Hey guys! So I just wanted to talk a little bit about our experience with House Hunters International. I know a lot of you guys have asked me questions and I've been really bad about getting back to them. And so I just thought this video would be really easy, a quick, simple way to do that. And yeah, it was just a really fun experience and would love to share that with you guys. So basically, I'll start at the beginning because I'm very detail oriented. So basically, we found out we were moving to England, and of course, I watch HGTV and the shows and everything, so I was like, oh my gosh, Ryan, I have to apply for this show. So I looked them up online and found their website and this little email that said to email them, and it was literally like 3 things, like basically your name, where you're moving from, and where you're moving to. And that was really about it, and like maybe when you're moving. So, but of course I attached a couple photos of our family because I thought, oh, maybe they'll think Maggie's cute or something. So basically I think that happened in November, and we moved like January 1 of 2014, and I never heard back. So I was like, okay, I guess that's it. And so, you know, we moved to England. We lived in a flat for a month while we house hunted. So we still own our house back in Oklahoma where we moved from, and we're just renting here in England because initially we were only going to be here 18 months. And so anyways, we did that. We actually found a different house that we lived in Leamington Spa, and we moved into that in February. And about a month after we moved in, there was a huge house fire to the house right next to us, and it ended up being this major construction, and there was like shards of glass and just all kinds of things that Maggie was starting to walk at the time, and it just wasn't a good environment to live in anymore. So Ryan ended up looking online for another house. So he ended up finding the house that we live in now, and we had signed a contract to go ahead and move into that house that October. So we didn't live in the other house for very long, even though we loved that house. But so we just ended up moving into this one that we're in now, that's actually in Warwick, which is neighboring towns of Leamington Spa. And anyways, so that August, so the August that we had been living there of 2014, we were actually heading back to America, and I got an email like the night before we left that said, hey, are you still interested in this show? If you are, please call me. And I was like, oh my gosh, Ryan, they finally emailed back. And I was like, I think it's too late. And so I emailed them and I was like, we're flying, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, call us on your layover. So we called the next day in Chicago in our layover, and he asked us a bunch of questions, and we told them that, you know, look, we're actually moving into another house in October. And he's like, oh, that's perfect. We actually want you to already have a house. And we're like, what? Okay. So he's like, great. So why don't you fill out all this paperwork? It's like a packet of information. And so we did that. It took us ages to get that done, and then we finally sent that off. And then pretty quickly, probably that same week, he got back with us again. I think he was like a producer or something. I'm not really sure exactly what his title was, but it all happened pretty fast once they initially contacted us, because like August was, you know, 10 months later after the initial email. It was kind of crazy. But anyway, so they contacted us like that same week after we submitted the paperwork with all the questions about basically about ourselves, our family, and that kind of thing, and like our move. And anyways, they then wanted us to do a video of our family. They actually wanted a video of the house that we're moving into, but we didn't have access to it. So we just kind of filmed around the town and talked about ourselves on video. And I think they just wanted to see how we would be on tape, I guess, that we weren't complete duds or something. And so anyways, we did that. I had to edit it. We got that submitted, and we were actually about ready to be on holiday while we were trying to do that, and it was like this whole long story, but we ended up getting it submitted while we were on holiday. And so I think that same week, again, as soon as we submitted it, it's like maybe a week later, they emailed again or called us or something and said, we want you to be on the show. And we were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is really happening. And so and then they're like, well, are you going to be back in America at any point? Because we really want to film you while you're there. And we were actually happy to be going back again that October. And so they're like, okay, we'll send a film crew there for one day that you're filming there, and then we're gonna send out a film crew in England and film you in England. So while we were in America, it was actually the day before we flew back to England, we filmed an entire day. It was from like sun up to sundown of just like our family, friends, and like our lives in America, even though we filmed it in Kansas City just because that's where all of our family and friends are for the most part, and we didn't have access to our house in Oklahoma anyways. So we actually pretended like we moved from Kansas City even though we lived in Oklahoma. And so anyways, we did that. It was really fun. It was actually even emotional because that was the day before we were leaving for England anyways, but we had to pretend like that was we were actually moving. We hadn't moved yet. So that was really funny. So after our day of filming in America, about a month, like we literally moved into our house right when we got back, and we had about 3 weeks before we were filming in England for our house and everything like that. So we were trying to get furniture. Most of our furniture is in storage in America. We weren't able to bring it with us, and so we had to basically buy all new furniture within 3 weeks for the show. And so that was really hectic and stressful. And so we did that, and then they picked out 2 other houses for us to watch. Or they picked up 2 other houses for us to see that we didn't actually look at or anything. So they chose it. They chose the realtor. I think we could have used ours, but they had one that they had used before. So she was, I guess, experienced. So she was our realtor on the show. And then what else? So like basically they set that all up for us. That took 4 days of filming, literally sun up to sundown. And we had some really great friends here that watched Maggie for us, and but we also had to kind of coordinate with her because she was on some of the clips. But it was just really crazy but really fun. And the funny thing about it with our house is we had to basically, they had movers come in and move everything out of our house, and we had to walk through it like we had never been in it before. We already moved in and everything, so we had to act like, oh gosh, I don't know about this. It was just funny. And then that same day they moved everything back in our house, and then we lived in it like nothing happened. It was just wild. And then also the other thing is they wanted us to kind of have something like, they wanted Ryan to have a different opinion than I did. And so we usually agree on most things as far as what we're looking for in a house. So we kind of had to make some stuff up a little bit. Like I was really harping on, I really wanted a functional layout, which is important, but I wasn't like crazy about it. Or like, I think they really harped on the dishwasher thing, which to me, it was, you know, I want one, but it wasn't like that big of a deal, but they made me repeat it several times. And it wasn't like they necessarily made you say things, but they kind of encouraged you. So I feel like we came off a little awkward on things because of things they were really kind of wanting to insert in there, which is funny. But I mean, the film crew was great, and it was a really wonderful experience, and I would totally do it again. They did like compensate for babysitting. I know some people asked me about like, did they pay us? And honestly, I'm trying to remember, but I think it was like $1,000 or $1,500, something like that, that they paid us, which, you know, honestly, I would have done it for free, but the little, you know, the little extra money was definitely great. So, yeah, and it took about 6 months for it to come out after that. And, what else? And then about a month after it came out, they sent us like a DVD of it. So we have it on DVD, which is fun. I think that's really it about the experience. If you guys have any other questions, just let me know. But I'm gonna do a house tour now that I filmed earlier and show you the house. And there's a couple rooms that didn't make it to the show, so hopefully you find it interesting. But also, since we are renting, we can't really put anything on the walls. So that's why it seems really bare in here. And then also we weren't really sure how to decorate since we knew that we'd be moving back, and a lot of this furniture we're not bringing with us, so we didn't want to like basically do another house full of furniture that we wouldn't know what to do with. So we try to keep it as simple as possible. We plan to probably be here through the end of the year. We don't have a move date back yet. So anyways, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed the house tour and any information about the House Hunters International experience. It was really cool, and hope you enjoy. Welcome to our house tour. I am going to try to go quickly, but also try to show you everything as well, just because I don't want this video to be so long. So this is our front door, and right off the front entry is what we call our study slash catch-all room, whatnot, I don't know. Got a little bit of storage there, our desk, and it's got nice beams on the ceiling. And since we do not have a garage here, we have to kind of use this as our storage room as well, unfortunately, because we do park on the streets, and we do have one parking spot out back, which is nice, but it's a little bit of a walk. So I love the built-ins in this room, by the way. We don't have a lot of storage at all in this house. We have, I think, one closet, and that's actually in Maggie's bedroom, lucky her. So we've had to get a little creative. So this is kind of messy, I know, but where we hang all our coats and everything like that, and kind of, obviously there's the diaper bag. Glamorous. But yeah, so this is just a study, like I said, kind of our front entry as far as our collection point of things when we come in the house. So that's the first room. And I think I mentioned this earlier, but this is a house that was like from the 14th century, so these beams are original. And I don't know if this floor is going to show it very well, but these floors are original as well in this part of the house. And that, I mean, that's like older than America. It's crazy. And there's also these random little steps that I was nervous about initially, but the girls seem to manage okay. So that's into the dining room, which I'll show you in a little bit. That goes upstairs. Again, the beams are through here. Some of them are not original, like those aren't. That goes down to the cellar, which I'm not going to show you. It's really scary. We've got our little wellies. And then in this room right here has kind of a low door, so taller people like my husband have to watch their heads. This is the bathroom, or the not guest bathroom, but our half bath, and our washer and dryer, which is really great. A lot of times they're in the kitchen, so we were really happy that it was actually in a bathroom, or a toilet room, I guess they call it here. So that's that. Nothing too glamorous here. I've left lights on if you're wondering, just so we can see them better. And also the owner of this house, since we are renting, installed like lights that come on as we walk, so you might notice those come on as we're walking. But he also left these cutouts, which are really cool, showing the original brick wall in some of these areas here. So those are all original beams, just really cool. Just lots of character in this house, original banisters. And then we come up to the next floor, and this is a painting that the owner left for his renters. So right as you come up the stairs is Maggie's room, my oldest daughter. Focus, there we go. And so it's actually kind of cute. The door is not completely level, which is kind of fun. It's like Alice in Wonderland kind of. So this is her room, and again, some of the original beams in here. Lots of character. There's a fireplace. Let's see what else is in here. A really great window. It's just so cute. I love this room. This may be my favorite room of the house. So yeah, Maggie probably has really the best setup, like I said, because she's got the closet over there behind this door that houses most of her clothes, which is really nice. And yeah, so this is her little bedroom. She loves it a lot, so there you go. Maggie's room. Okay, so then you kind of come out to the landing here, which is really cute as well. Exposed brick, and this goes up to the 3rd floor, which we have baby gated off, which I'll show you in a little bit. And then we come up the couple more steps into another hallway, and it's vaulted, which is really neat. And there's a loft up there, which I'll show you when we get up there. And then right here is London's room. It's a really tiny bedroom, but we were happy we have it because it's a 4th bedroom. And we had to put in a little wardrobe. But it's perfect really for a nursery. It may be a little small if we end up staying here any longer to make it into like a proper bedroom. But anyway, some original beams in here as well, which is cute. So that's London's room, and we've got a little fan in here because there are no windows except for this like little thing right here that we actually have blocked off so that the sun doesn't come in there. We can make it dark. So we have a little fan in here that just kind of circulates the air a little bit. So, and then we've got a lovely view of our neighbors. We can high five them. And then in here is the guest bathroom, and the girls use this obviously. I should probably clean up those toys over there. Oh. But it's a really nice bathtub. It just makes all of this makes it so easy to bathe them and get them clean. And so yeah, it's very nice and updated. And yeah, so that's our guest bathroom. And then on here, another step up is our master bedroom. And it's got nice vaulted ceilings with original beams. And this is obviously a very low-lying beam right here. My husband has to duck. And then this is where my little station here to sit and get ready in the mornings because I don't really have any other space. And then we've got our shoes back here. Like I said, space is a commodity here. So we've got our dresser. We've even used some storage up there. Our bed. And then we purchased this wardrobe when we moved in, and have some clothes in there. And then this, I'm guessing this used to be a fireplace back in the day, I'm not sure. And so this is our master bathroom, little ensuite, a little bit of storage, shower, toilet, sink, all very exciting stuff right here. So yeah, that's really about it on this floor. Like I said, this is all some of the original stuff. I know our landlord had said that he had combined 3 buildings. There's another view of that, into one to make this house, which is really cool. So you'll see like the living room is obviously an addition. It wasn't original to the house. So we're gonna go on upstairs real quick. And so these stairs can be a little treacherous if you're not careful. So, and there's also wonderful skylights throughout the whole house, which really bring in a lot of light. And again, this is just really cool. And you come up to the landing here. And to the left here is our lovely loft that we store everything. Pretty much baby stuff, luggage, clothes that's not in season, holiday decoration, all that kind of stuff. And then down in the hallway there. And obviously this is dangerous for kids, so that's why it's gated off. And then to the right as you come in is the guest bedroom, which is really nice that they have their own little area. And again, original beams in this room as well. And there's some really cool, just neat little features, like the little shelving wall over there. And this window, and actually I don't think you can see it, but if you look out this window, maybe you can, over all the way back there is actually the castle, which is kind of cool. You can see the castle from this window. Yeah, so it's a nice little setup. We've got extra clothes in here as well. We probably need to get rid of some clothes. But yeah, so this is kind of extra footage of this room. I know it was on the show. But yeah, so this is the top floor of our house. And then I'm gonna go on back down and try not to fall. And so yeah, that's really it for this part. And keep on coming down. Original floors still in here. So then just another little cutout window, and then we're gonna come into the dining room, which is a huge space and we don't use it as much as we should for how big it is. But you've got original beam in here, I think some original brick over there and flooring, which is really cool. And then the landlord left us that dresser, which is great. Sorry, we've got a couple Easter decorations out. We're starting to decorate for Easter. And then a nice big window into our neighbors. Hello. Some photos of my family. And a couple more steps. And then this part, I don't know if is original to the house. I know it's not actually. Hello. They're in there. Hi. So she just walked a couple days for the first time on her own. But this is the kitchen, and you're gonna also see it's like Kids Central as well. So basically there's our stove. Oh, you're standing by yourself. And we have a tiny little fridge, but that's okay, we manage. And then we've got a really nice stove top and ovens, couple ovens there, which is really nice. Farmhouse sink I love, and hardwood, or not hardwood, but wood countertops, which are nice. And we don't have a lot of storage, so you'll see we've kind of used every bit that we can. And also the landlord left us this great hutch here, and then this island as well. So it's really quaint. I love this kitchen. It's, for the size of it, it's really great. And we got a little bit of storage like over there and over here. And actually, I didn't really show this. There's some storage here as well. And I love the little blue touches. It's really cute. So that is our kitchen. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I can say. Oh, and the floors are heated, which are wonderful. Hello, hello. What are you doing? Are you gonna walk? So, and this is obviously an addition to our living room. And you can see the skylights. And it also has underfloor heating, which is wonderful. And I just have to warn you, it's like Kids Central. There's tons of toys. We just don't have another space for it. And it works. So it's a huge train thing. But we do switch out toys here from time to time. Like that may not always be there. And you say hi, Maggie? You say hi?
Hi.
Hello, what are you doing? Uh-oh. Daddy is on the couch. And yeah, so this is just the living room that goes outside. I'll show you that in a second. This is kind of another little storage thing that I don't think was shown on the TV, but it is crazy and I need to organize this a little bit more. But this is toys that sometimes we switch out. And obviously Maggie's dress up clothes. So yeah, I need to organize that a little bit. And so yeah, this is the living room. And then these doors are great because they fold all the way open. So when it's a really nice day out, we can have this whole open to the outside. So I'm just gonna, I don't have shoes on, so I'm just gonna pop out really quick. And this is just our little patio area. It's a little bit small, but it's really a decent size for us for all we need, because there's a huge park across from us and the castle's right there, so we really get out a lot, which is nice. And then these little stairs go up to the back part of our yard. It's kind of a mess. Ryan said to let you guys know that he's going to be working on it soon, but it goes all the way back. I don't know if you can see that trampoline, and then there's like a little greenhouse back there. It goes all the way back there, which is kind of a mess back there, and there's like a little storage shed that we have a couple things in. But yeah, I mean, it's not super kid friendly, but it's nice to have the space for sure. So this is our backyard. Oh, and these are some like little chimneys that our landlord left just for decorations. They're really cute. So anyways, I think that's our house, and I hope you enjoyed the tour. And I'm also thinking about possibly uploading some more videos of just our day-to-day life here, and the differences in England from America, and some of our trips or things like that. I know I want to do it for our family. And let me know if you guys are interested in seeing anything like that, or what our lives look like here in England. You go ahead and subscribe and like this video, because I may be uploading more like these. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry if this was super long. Thanks. Bye.